Has he had his lunch?
I don't think he's had his lunch yet. He's running a bit late.
Running a bit late. I'll text him, see if he's had his lunch.
Yeah, you better.
We better make sure.
Quite important, isn't it? Rightio, Skip.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Shall we answer some questions?
Yes, let's answer some questions. Where do you want me to sit?
Well, over there at a shop, probably.
20,000
subscribers.
Subscribers. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
it is.
Thanks you lot.
Yeah, thanks for watching. I don't know quite why, but...
Yes, I don't actually.
So we were going to do this live, but...
it's live now, isn't it?
Well, it's live right now for us, but it's not
Yes.
live for these guys. They'll be watching this in a few days.
Right, we did a live one once.
We did a live one once.
You actually forget it's live, don't you?
Yeah. I know, I think it's a bit... I get a bit nervous when it's live, because...
Yeah, but you sort of forget afterwards.
Yeah. But,
so this is recorded.
This is recorded.
It's recorded, yes.
Yeah, well, we've got... Well, out here in the rural areas, the internet's not so great, is it?
It's not brilliant, actually. We've got a 4G... not a dongle, is it?
I think you mean dongle.
Dongle, yeah.
Gongle? What's a gongle?
It's a dongle with a gong attached to it. It becomes a gongle.
A gongle.
Yeah.
Very high tech.
Yeah. I'm the only one who's got one.
So anyway, this is pre-recorded, not live, so sorry about
some
that.
questions and answers.
Some questions and answers.
So we answer the questions.
I think so.
Right.
Or are we asking the questions?
We ask the questions.
We ask the questions.
Yes. Are these questions for both of us?
I've never both of us, really.
Yeah.
So how long have we been farming?
Well, I've been farming all my life.
I've been farming all my life.
You have, haven't you?
Just a
There's
lot
two
less.
lives there. Quite a lot.
I'm always under the assumption that I'm fifth generation, which make you fourth. Is that right?
Yeah, I finished on fourth.
Okay.
Yes. So you're fifth generation farming.
Yeah.
So we've been farming a long time.
A long time.
Well, it'd probably be America or Canada.
Yeah, I think I'd say the same.
You'd say the same, would you? Yeah.
I'd probably say Canada.
Yeah, possibly
Love
Canada.
Canada.
Yeah. I don't know, something about I prefer America, the US, but
I like both, but I think if I was to farm it, I think
well, especially Canada, there's the link, isn't there? More the Canadians are sort of closer to us, possibly.
Yeah. I think I could quite easily feel at home in Canada.
Yeah, I think I
so
that's
the answer. That's my answer anyway.
I think it'd be the answer to a lot of people, though, wouldn't it? Where would you go? You know, if the only I probably wouldn't go, but there's some good land in France.
France, yeah,
Some good,
yeah.
So you wouldn't rule that out.
Wouldn't rule France out. No, not at all. Not at all.
I think you've got to go where you think there's a good farm. Well, you think big farms in Australia, but that doesn't. New Zealand appeals. In a
New
way.
Zealand does.
Yeah. Wheat yields in New Zealand, don't they? Yeah. But I think probably for an all-round farm, probably for me the US. Yeah.
This probably doesn't include the Fordson, because obviously they know about the Fordson and the old Fergie in the shed.
Well, growing up, because tractors before my time, I won't know about, will I? But
what are the ones you do know about?
Right. Well, when I was growing up, we had the earliest ones I can remember possibly were obviously we had Ford Majors in the 60s before we had. Well, I say obviously, not obvious at all, is it? But we did have Ford Majors in the 60s, and then they were changed for Ford 5000s in the 60s.
Yeah.
But there was still a P6 Ford.
Yeah.
Or an Oliver Cleatrack, petrol paraffin. That was a good bit of kit.
Yeah.
But my father used to run international trawlers, TD14s and TD9s.
Yeah.
And I expect they would be sort of classed as classic tractors.
They would be, yeah.
But they're crawlers.
Yeah.
So they were petrol diesel. Stop them on petrol.
Yeah.
And then
run them on diesel.
Yeah. You have to put it onto petrol because you never start them on diesel. They were good. And so of older tractors, I expect really we sort of tried to keep the fleet as modern as we could over the years. So I can't think of anything other than the Cletrac and the old crawlers.
Right.
TD9s.
TD9.
Yes. Yeah. We had a supercharged TD9. Dad bought from America, actually. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but we picked it up from the docks.
You've told me that before as well.
In a crate.
I'm saying, oh yeah, like I don't know. You told me this
No
before.
cow.
No cow.
No. It became worn out, and years and years ago, I can remember growing up. It was taken to bits and never put back. It was going to be rebuilt, but never
happened.
It never scrapped.
Yeah. Okay.
Shame. We should have done it.
No.
I can't think of anything else. That's not all interesting, is it?
It might be to some people.
Yeah, the crawlers possibly. The
Fergie that we've got in the shed.
Yeah, we've got a grey Fergie. We have that. And of course, we've got your old Fordson. Yes. Yeah. If I think of anything else in the meantime, while we're going along, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah.
No.
Black pudding and haggis.
Haggis I like.
Yeah. Black pudding.
Black pudding, no.
Definitely.
No.
Yeah.
It's such a random one, that is.
Well, no, I think it's a good one actually. You can do that. It's like saying Rolling Stones or Beatles, isn't it?
Yeah. Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones.
Yeah. It's just like you don't even have to think
black
about
pudding
it.
or not.
No.
Yeah. Right. Well, it's I think it's 11 kilowatt.
11 kilowatt.
Which doesn't sound very much, but it has a large swept area. That blade is quite large, isn't it? So it sort of maintains that.
Yeah.
It produces enough for the farm, but we can't capture it.
No, we need storage, don't we? We need.
Well, ideally, we've thought about battery storage, but it's complicated.
Yeah.
So basically, we generate and then we export down the grid.
Down to the grid. Yeah.
But they don't pay you much for exporting it back.
No.
Not at the moment, anyway. So what you want to do is try and use as much as you can.
Yeah.
Which is okay, but you can't always have things on just because the wind's blowing.
No.
The generator has paid for itself. It's been in about 10 years and it's covered its costs.
Yeah.
But there are downsides to it. As you know, servicing.
Servicing's the big thing.
Yeah. And repairs. It's a bit like Trigger's broom, that turbine.
Yeah, it's
a new generator
and a new
and a new tower.
Yeah,
because the bolts are fractured at the bottom.
Yeah,
and they found out the flange wasn't brilliant on the bottom of the tower.
Yeah, so to replace that, didn't they?
New foundations and new ring bolts and a new tower.
Yeah.
So.
And the company it came from originally have long gone bust.
Well, the people who installed it, who were the Gaia agents, they're long gone.
They've gone, yeah.
And the actual Gaia turbines themselves went into liquidation too a few years ago.
Yeah.
But they've been taken over and they're still in production.
Like you say, it produces enough power for the farm.
Theoretically, it does.
Theoretically, we're not storing that, but theoretically it does.
Yes. So, yeah, I almost now want another one.
The big thing is storing that energy that we are creating. That is...
Well, if it's theoretically powerful enough and we could store it, then we would have enough electricity for the farm.
Exactly.
And be carbon neutral from an electricity point of view.
Well, cost of electricity.
But if you want to buy that battery, I think Tesla make them.
Yeah.
They're one of the companies that make these storage batteries.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so...
need some serious thought.
Look into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like a big couple of...
leisure batteries. Leisure batteries is hooked up. Yeah, charge those out. Yeah.
Of course, a small caravan or canal boat type wind turbine, that's what they do.
Yeah. Of course,
leisure battery, isn't it?
Yeah. But we don't live on a narrowboat.
No.
I would live on a narrowboat.
Yeah,
on a canal.
Would you?
Yeah. If things are different, I would.
Make leisure batteries. Well, that's. I think I've been asked that before. I
don't know what I'd do, to be fair.
Well, I love farming and I love all aspects of it, even the bad bits. So,
what would you do though if you weren't farming? I'd be a Bob Dylan tribute act, and I'd tour the world with my Wayfarers on. I'd grow my hair out, and I'd just be Bob Dylan tribute.
Would you? Yeah. Yes. Right. Okay. That's a good one actually.
That's what I do on the weekends anyway.
You do that anyway. Well, when I first learned to fly, I did have a thought: could I take this further and become an airline pilot? But the farm beckoned.
The farm beckoned.
So it was never going to happen, really.
Yeah.
It was a shame because
That'd be pretty cool.
Probably for 5 or 10 years.
Yeah.
Because you can always go back to farming.
Let's go back to farming.
Yeah. But
that's a good one, actually, Dad. Airline pilot.
Well, it was a thought. I knew one or two people who did do it.
Did you?
Yeah.
That you met from flying?
Yeah. And then I met one of them, funnily enough, actually made it and became an airline pilot, and then gave it up.
Did he?
I went back to maintaining aircraft.
Oh, really?
Because of pressure, yeah.
Oh, right. I suppose the pressure, I bet it is quite high, isn't it?
Quite high, yes. And
that's really interesting, Dad.
To retire you early too. So you're going to be in a Bob Dylan tribute act?
I'll be a Bob Dylan tribute act, definitely, and you'll be an airline pilot. You could take me on tour. We've got it made in the sun.
What a bit
got
like,
it made in the sun.
Yeah.
I've got to get the bookings first.
Yeah, and I've got to get the licence.
And you've got to get the licence.
Which is probably not going to happen. Since they retired at 55. I've got 5 years, haven't I?
Yeah.
I considered it.
Yeah. I really don't, on a serious note, I genuinely don't know what else I would do, because obviously my answer was a bit jokey. But it probably would be something music related, if possible, because I'm really into my music. There was a sort of semi-serious sort of...
Yeah, but everybody wants to be a rock star.
Aspect to that answer.
So yeah, you could say, what would you do? Yeah, I'd be a rock star.
Be a record producer. I don't know, have a studio. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've got a studio, but probably pursue that a bit more professionally.
Yeah. I think you would. I think you'd probably tend to do that, wouldn't you?
I think if it wasn't farming, it would be music related.
Of course, you can combine the two. And I think it's healthy to combine the two, actually. I mean, my other love is classic cars and bikes and things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Classic airplanes. So I mean, I could easily fiddle about, messing about with those for some time. So
in between taking me on tour in your jumbo jet, sorted.
One or two people do fly jumbos, don't they? On a license, private license.
Do they?
It's technically possible.
Is it possible?
It doesn't.
But would you feel comfortable?
Well, no. Would you?
Taking Bob? No, but I've got zero flying experience. You with flying experience, if you suddenly had the controls of a jumbo.
Well, be realistic.
Could you land it?
Well, no. Of course not.
I don't know.
Well, you can point it in the right direction. That's about it. No.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the fundamental controls are the same, but it's going to be totally different, isn't it? Yeah. I learned to fly when I was 21. I was quite lucky. A long time ago, yeah. And I've been flying ever since, yes.
You haven't landed yet?
And I still haven't landed. Even I'm still no good at it.
Brilliant.
No.
It took me up last year. Granted, I won't go again, but that's not because of you. That's
well, it's probably something you do in it.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
I've got a fear of flying. At 21, so that's quite a while.
It's quite a while.
Most of your life, then.
Yeah.
But you love it, don't you?
It's something I always wanted to do. I knew I was going to fly when I was younger. You just sort of know.
You just sort of know.
Yeah, you do. I think not always, but in my case, I just had this idea of flying, and I used to be in model aircraft, and I sort of read all the sort of wartime heroes, Douglas Bader and Reach for the Sky, and all I was sort of hooked on flying for a little while. And then there was a neighbouring farmer. He had one, and he was known as a flying farmer. So it's been a long time, and they say there's very few bold old pilots.
Bold old pilots.
You'd rather be a bold pilot than an old pilot. There's very few bold old pilots. I saw. Oh dear, I don't know. I saw Joanna Lumley. I didn't meet her though. I met. Who did I meet?
So hang on a second. You didn't meet Joanna Lumley. You just saw her.
Yeah.
You didn't meet her.
No,
right.
No.
So have you actually met anybody?
Well, funny enough, you mentioned the flying farmers, and I was really put about because I forget how many years ago it was, but Douglas Bader from the Legless Pilot, he did do a talk at the Flying Farmers, and I didn't go.
Oh right,
a few years ago.
You probably should have done.
Well, should have done, yeah. I mean, that would have been really interesting. Now I have met one person.
Oh, I know who this is. No one else will know who it is.
I've forgotten who it is.
You've forgotten who it is. It's from the
from Carry On Films.
Carry On Films.
Yeah, I met him in a pub.
Who was it? Which one? Charles Hawtrey.
Charles Hawtrey, yes. I did meet Charles Hawtrey, but
Yeah,
and we did have a word. We've got his autograph.
It was,
So that's my claim to fame.
That's your claim
Charles
to fame.
Hawtrey
Charles
from
Carry On Films.
all the Carry On films.
Yeah. I met Jeremy Clarkson last year, and that's probably the most famous I've met. I've met a few guys from bands and stuff in my youth.
Yes, you've met Jeremy Clarkson, yeah.
But I think Jeremy Clarkson's probably the most.
It's that cardboard cutout.
We've still got that cardboard cutout. It's
He likes to think he met Jeremy Clarkson.
I keep putting that cardboard cutout in the shed to freak Ray out. I don't know why we've got it. Why have we got a cardboard cutout?
I think we'll use it somewhere for effect. I've got two ideas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Better Call Saul.
That is good, isn't it? You got us into that.
Yeah, well, you like Breaking Bad, didn't you?
Love Breaking Bad.
Better Call Saul, it's the prequel, yeah.
Yeah, that is good. It's back on now, isn't it? The last series.
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
It is good. If you're not watching it, you've got to watch
I
Better
must
Call Saul.
admit, I was sceptical, but I wouldn't. I'm glad you persuaded us to watch it.
That's my answer anyway. I don't know if that's your answer.
Yeah, that's good.
Right now, it's my favourite.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, yeah.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Except for the ending.
Well, because it ends, or
well, the ending was pretty crap.
It wasn't.
It just sort of over too quick.
Sort of wanted to get over with.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a nerd actually. I've read all the books, and the books are much better.
Yeah.
It's a bit like Harry Potter. The books are better than the films. It's just the way it is.
It was good. Yeah, the ending probably could have. Yes.
I think they just rushed it. I think they just
rushed. I think.
Yeah, if they just sort of stretched it out a little bit longer and probably did 6, 7, 8 more episodes.
Build up, and it's sort of over in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Ray.
Who's Ray?
About 3 weeks. Gosh, no. Ray's. Ray. I think it's 88. 1988. So that's 34 years ago.
34 years. Yeah. Somebody also asked if he has any mechanical experience because he's pretty handy around the yards. He did train as a mechanic, didn't he?
He did, actually. Then he came to us to drive. And
yeah.
Yes, he was driving from 1988 up to last year.
Last year, driving the lorry, yeah.
Yes, but he's a fully trained mechanic.
Yeah.
His father worked on the farm all his life.
He did. Yeah, Daddy Ray.
Daddy Ray.
Yeah, he drove the combines, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
And trucks.
Yeah, he did. So there's a bit of history there, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
And has he had his lunch?
I don't think he's had his lunch yet. He's running a bit late.
I'll text him, see if he's had his lunch.
Yeah, you better.
We better make sure.
Where did that start? How did that start?
I think it was Haley when we were in the tractor last summer.
Has Ray had his lunch?
And I think I'd said to Haley a couple of times while we were going, as Ray, I wonder if he's had his lunch.
Yeah.
And he says, you realise you've said that a lot. So for the rest of the day or the afternoon, we all kept saying, has Ray had his lunch? Has Ray had his lunch?
That's how it started.
It was on a video.
These things start like that.
Yeah, we were actually doing a video at the time, so obviously everybody else started asking me if Ray had his lunch. You know, T-shirts printed and all sorts.
Yeah, Ray's been on the farm for 34 years. That's really gone quickly.
That's older than me, because I'm 30 this year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, older than you.
That is crazy. Belhaven.
You like Belhaven, don't you? I find it a bit
Scottish
smooth
beer
for me.
Well, I like lots of beer, but I probably drink that one the most.
Okay, favourite beer.
That's
right,
fine.
that's an interesting one. So many to choose from, aren't there? But you mean
To drink.
No, to drink, cask edition or bottle, or just
anything. Any what's your favourite beer?
Well, my particular favourite is Green King IPA.
That's
I
a nice
know
beer.
it's not a strong beer, but it's a good beer. You can drink a few of those.
You can drink a few of those, yeah.
And
crikey.
I've got a soft spot for that.
Yeah.
Some people don't rate it, but I think it's good.
No, Green King is a nice beer.
Yeah.
We like our beer, don't we?
Love our beer.
Yeah. Basically, if there's beer, I'll drink it.
I think I
Yeah.
do.
We made some beer the other day, didn't we?
We did.
Well, a couple of weeks ago.
Arlie gave us a kit, didn't he? And,
Yeah.
Is that not too bad?
Home brewing kit.
I think you need a few more.
We wanted some hops in it.
Yeah.
Just to bring out
I used to brew beer,
flavour.
as you know, didn't I?
You did a bit. When are you going to do some more again?
I will, because I can brew from grain rather than the kit. So
Yeah.
it's better.
Yeah, much
But it's
better.
a bit of a faff.
Yeah, a bit of a process, isn't it?
I've been in it for 2 or 3 years, but I might have another go.
You should. What's Dad's name?
Dad's name's Dad, isn't it?
I've been calling him Dad all my life. Do you have another name?
I don't know. I've got a birth certificate somewhere. Do people they know my name anyway?
I think just to say
it's Fred.
It's Fred. Yeah, it's Fred. It's not Fred.
Is it Fred?
No.
What?
John.
John. It's not John. People aren't bothered about my name.
Michael?
No, it's not Michael.
Jeffrey?
No.
Ernie?
No.
No.
I quite like the name Ernest.
Ernest, yeah. You had an uncle Ernie, didn't you?
I did.
Yes. So what is your name, Dad?
Daddy. What would be the ideal name? I actually quite like.
At this rate, you're never going to know.
I actually quite like mine. I don't know why. It isn't.
I like how this thing has become like this big mystery here. So the two questions I get asked the most, literally the most, is where's farm to?
Right.
And what's Dad's name?
They're the same.
They're the same.
Yeah.
The answer is the same.
You sort of half like your own name, don't you, and half don't. I mean, some people probably don't like it at all. Right? I quite like my name. I think you get used to it, don't you? But if you weren't Nick, what name would you like?
If I wasn't Nick, what?
If you could choose your own name.
I don't know, Jethro.
Jethro's a good name, isn't it?
Yeah. Or
Jethro.
Darwin.
Darwin.
Come on, Dad. What's your name?
Jethro. Can I be Jethro?
We did say at 20,000 subscribers we would.
It's Richard.
It's Richard.
It's Richard. But nobody calls me Richard. It's always your dad.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's genuinely your name, is it?
It is, yeah. Some people call me RT.
As far as YouTube goes, you still want to be referred to as Dad?
Dad, His Royal Highness. But no, Dad. Dad's fine.
Dad's fine.
I think Dad's the best, isn't it?
Dad is the best. Yeah. Okay.
So we're going to stick with Dad, aren't we?
Yeah. You know his name now, but he's still Dad.
How do they know it's Richard?
I
might have been joking.
You might have been joking.
I might have been.
You might have been joking.
It's been fun answering those questions.
Yeah, we'll have to do it again sometimes.
Yes, yeah,
definitely.
Different questions, though.
Some different questions. The same
I can
one.
give a different name next time.
You could give a different name next time.
What's my name?
If you've forgotten already. He's forgotten already. Thanks for watching, and thank you so much for 20,000 subscribers.
Yeah, 20,000.
We'll see you.
You know, well, Nick, that's 20,000. It's not bad. Is that 20,000 people in total, or?
No, it's 3 people, and then there's 19,997 accounts that I created.
And all the time you have pressed that button?
I've pressed subscribe so many times now. That's why.
Is that the machine out there pressing down?
Yeah, pressing. Yeah.
Right.
So it's just me subscribing. 19,000 plus times.
So you've got to thank yourself then.
Yeah. So yeah, big thanks, guys. Hope we've answered the questions all right. And a big thanks for 20,000 subscribers.
It's pretty good. I'm impressed.
Yeah, we will see you.
Has been in.
Your press has been in.
Yes. See you later.
See you in the next one. Bye-bye.
I forgot another TV show. I've only just been introduced to Bangers and Cash.
Bangers and Cash.
Yeah, it's really good. You watch it. Oh, you can't watch it. You haven't got telly, have you?
I haven't got a TV license.
No, but I've only just really recently got into it. Well, to be honest, I've seen one. But it's really good.
Right,
yeah,
okay.
just a little thought there.